Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Wanted to cover something while I was out here camping, and I watch a lot of bag and pack videos, and I see a lot of items that I don't really understand why people carry those in their packs. And I find that I have a certain amount of items that no matter what the pack is for, those items find their way into my pack, like my pack right back there that I'm using for this particular camping trip. And so I thought I'd do a video on the greatest hits of my bug out and get home bags. And when I say bug out and when I say get home, I think a lot of times people have misconceptions on what those bags are going to do. For me, those bags are to cover me for an unexpected night in the woods like I am right here. And it's something that, we practice and we do. And like I said, there's certain items, sort of my greatest hits, that always find their way into my packs. And Uncle Bumble's going to throw his favorite items in as well, too. So it's not just my opinion on the items that find their way into my packs. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around here. I'm going to show you a little bit what I have, and I'm going to let Uncle Bumble show you guys what he carries as well. And the first item is some type of bush pot or cup or some metal container that you can cook over an open fire, or do something as simple as make coffee, boil water. I always like having some type of metal container. And some of the other stuff that I got over here, this is stuff that just came out of my pack. I carry a first aid kit that's got some kind of roll of tape in it. It's got medication in it. It's got foot powder in it. It's got Band-Aids and Neosporin. These are the basic items that pretty much find their way in all my kits. And then, some type of food and drink mixes. They don't have to be anything elaborate. I know a lot of people carry mountain houses and MREs and stuff, but, you can just carry plain food, too. You don't have to carry anything fancy. I like carrying coffee. I like carrying, like, chicken soup mixes, that kind of stuff when it gets into the regular food. Some type of wipe and some type of soap. I like bar soap because bar soap doesn't freeze. Like the liquid soap opens, gets all over the place. I just watched a bag video here not too long ago where they had no toilet paper and they had no wipes whatsoever in that bag, and I kind of shook my head. I couldn't get over that. Another thing is gloves and socks, so you can change your socks out if you're walking or if your gloves get wet. I got a Swagman roll right there. That's kind of become my new favorite here in the last couple of years that I've had that. But, some type of poncho for a shelter, or some type of poncho liner for a little bit of warmth if you have to sit something out. The Swagman roll kind of covers both of those, so that's why I carry that. Another thing is, a headlamp, so you can work in the dark or maneuver around in the dark. I like a saw. I always carry some type of folding saw. This one's a Silky here, but I also have Steel brand just brush pruning saws, and those are pretty nice too. They're pretty reasonable. You can get them pretty much anywhere in a hardware store that sells chainsaw stuff. And then some type of metal water bottle. This is actually the nesting one. It goes inside that cup right there, so the two go together. Some type of spoon or fork is another thing that I like to carry, because you got to eat. And I'll tell you what, if you're caught without a spoon or a fork, that sucks. Drinking soup right out of the can when it's hot kind of blows, so you don't want to do that. Knives. I carry a couple of different knives. Typically I'll carry one larger knife that I can beat around on, and then I'll carry either a sharper, like neck knife like this guy right here, or a folding knife, or a small fixed blade, something like that. Another thing I like to carry is a camp stove, like a backpacker's stove, either the one that folds up, or sometimes there's solid ones like Primus, I think, makes a solid one. I've got one of those too. But and a canister gas, because sometimes you can't always make a fire like this, so you have to have some way to boil water or heat things, and those stoves kind of cover that. And then, of course, some type of cigarette lighter. You want to have a couple different ways to start fire. I got a Bic in there. I got a Bic in my pocket. My knives, a lot of my larger knives have some type of ferro rod attachment on it, so I can use those to start fire as well. But those are sort of my greatest hits here. I'm going to give Uncle Bumble a second here to get his stuff around, and I'm going to put the camera on him and let him show you guys what he likes to carry.
So I agree with most of what Modern Refugee's got in his pack. I just carry I've carried the same bush pot set, and being a bald guy, I like to have a couple different hats. Your hats are an important piece of cover when you don't have hair on the top of your head. So with the range of weather we're having today, I've got both a warm hat and then something for keeping the sun and the rain off my head. I prefer to have a small hatchet. I like to have some sort of folding knife or small fixed blade knife, but then a hatchet for splitting wood. And then I always have, I've got a Bugout Laplander saw that I usually have with me. I have it here, it's not in the pile. But then I also like to have this Exotac lighter case with a string on it, so I can light a fire, set it down, and if I walk away, it's still coming with me, so I don't ever forget it or lose it. So, but yeah, that's basically my spin. And then I agree with, always having wipes or some type of way to clean your hands up, but also, go to the bathroom. So that's pretty much my top, or my things that I find in every pack.
All right, that is kind of our take here. Like I said, we're just out camping and doing a little shelter here. Got our bushcraft chairs and our stack of wood, just out enjoying ourselves. But just thought we'd kind of throw the greatest hits of our packs out for you guys to analyze and see if it'll work out for you guys. But anyway, it's Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment out of this video here, and you guys have a good one.